Jenna, I want to talk about our old mate KK, the lady who continues to fail up in Australian politics, Kristina Keneally. Media diary today in The Australian, interesting item, which was apparently about her blowing a foofer valve and calling a junior producer at the Today Show. Why? Because she wasn't happy that they weren't asking Peter Dutton the right types of questions about what had happened on the 7:30 report the earlier evening, an apparent smoking gun that, of course, moves Ruby Princess back into the federal government, not state government responsibilities. Now, apparently, it was quite the blow-up, and look, we've all been on the end of a screaming politician. I'll never forget Julie Bishop calling me after an editorial one night. Anyway, good luck with the ruby red shoes. And anyway, now, however, when confronted about this and asked about it, the Today Show and their producers have stood by the producer. Good on them. They're not rolling out the red carpet to KK. Instead, she says that all of this is a gendered take. She says, do they really describe a woman's behaviour as shouting and screaming? Kenneally asked Diary on Sunday. She said, well, that's quite a gendered take. I've been in politics and the media for almost 20 years. While I know I know how to have a direct conversation, I don't raise my voice in a work setting. OK. P.S. she was in the media for about 18 months and it was the dumbest decision ever made was to give her cover after being one of the worst premiers of all time in New South Wales, leading a captain coach to the worst result in all time. And this joint, sadly, was part of her rehabilitation. So park that bullshit about her working in the media. It was just simply trying to get herself back into politics, and it worked. But KK, she gets on the phone, she screams, she carries on. But what about the, no. I mean, you wouldn't describe a man as yelling and screaming. Bullshit!
Bullshit, exactly. You absolutely would. And the fact that she said I never raised my voice at work, well, I'm pretty sure the Senator on here this evening can verify the fact that she does definitely raise her voice in the chamber there, because I've sometimes had to take earplugs when she decides to take the floor. But, yeah, I think it's just a really lazy argument. I've said this so many times about people that decide to play the gender card when, you know what, there are bigger issues that we need to discuss around gender and equality, and this is not one of them. Well done to the Today Show for backing in their great producer, and well done to that young female producer for hanging up on the stupid woman. Yep,
I'm with you. Richo, you love her, you vote for her, she's top of the ticket.
Excuse me. Let's just take a deep breath here. I think the expression "I love her" is just a tad strong. Just a tad.
But I mean, look. We all know that Polly's, I understand it's the all or nothing game. Part of it is trying to, I want my issue and I think that, this bloke's on the hook and you've got a chance to get him on. I get all of the aggro here, but what's the point in yelling and screaming at a junior member of staff, but then also turning around and when you get caught, pretending that there's some sort of sexism at play when you get called out for behaving like this?
It's just called failure to accept responsibility.
Yeah. Oh, no. Matt, he saved you, Richo. He saved you from having to defend KK. Instead, you throw her under the bus. Well, Matt, you're in the Senate with her. She's never raised her voice at work, apparently. Never.
Oh, look, I am going to half defend her here, Paul, because I don't think there was anything... I don't think there's anything wrong with her original conduct. Yeah, you're right. You know, a good shadow minister should be looking to hold his or her minister accountable, and they could, of course, get frustrated if certain questions aren't asked, and if they want to have a direct conversation and raise their voice. Look, this is politics. It's not tiddlywinks, right? And,
sure.
And you in the media, those in the media know that just as well. You play it pretty hard and fast too. So I don't really get the crying game on time.
Not the kid producer though. The host is different than the EP.
And
the kid
producer mean to me. I mean, give me a break. You guys treat us, like rubbish sometimes.
Oh,
and that's all
Jenna,
fine.
Jenna, get in there, darling.
I said,
Jenna, get in there.
Okay.
I said I'd only half defend her. She shouldn't have.
Don't have a backdoor call.
Poor Matt.
Hold a press conference.
But now you guys are poor because you can't. Yeah. You can give it, but you can't take it.
Oh, mate, as I said,
put upon Matt.
Yeah,
put upon Matt.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. As I said, the hosts, we don't have the right to sook about these things. The executive producers don't have a right to sook about these things. But most likely the person she was able to get onto at X o'clock in the morning wasn't somebody in a decision-making position.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. But
she's the bank teller. Yeah. Unfortunately, she was the bank teller, right? Copying the abuse.
But then is it a gendered take?
Decisions above her, but yeah.
Anyway.
I agree with that. That's why I said I only half defend Kristina, right? I think that was a silly response from Kristina. Much more sensible thing would have just been said, sure, I'm always going to try and hold the government to account and do what I can to do that. Now, as I say, this is a tough game, and people in it get a thick skin quickly.
Well, I award 1 point to Jenna, 1 point to Richo, and half a point to you, Matt. All right, now let's.
That's all right. I've still got 60 seconds to go. I'll come back in that session.
Don't worry, you'll be fine, mate. You're only one try down, mate. All right, now.